That's good. 2 points for Small. Pioneers entered this tournament at 28-4, defending national champions. Congeser missing a shot inside. Hawkins the rebound. In transition, there's a travel called a double dribble, actually. And a go on Mid-American Nazarene. There was a bobble. I'm not sure I saw a double dribble, but he took a couple of steps juggling it. Pioneers bench thought he actually hadn't moved both his feet to take steps on that juggle, but Friends ball anyway as they trail 60-38. Pioneers 9-3 in this event in the opening round. They've been to 3 Final Fours, including last year's. Garvey missing a shot inside. Back the other way comes Mid-American Nazarene. Hepker out front, guarded tightly by Tyler Thompson. Hepker looking for room, gets the 4th foul on Thompson, and also gets his team in the double bonus on the 10th Friends team foul. Mike, this is a tough tournament to win. Pioneers did it last year, but you've got to win 5 games in 6 or 7 days, and it's a tough road.
Got to have some depth on your bench because 5 starters are not going to do it in this short of time span.
No recovery time day to day usually. Pioneers will have a day off tomorrow. Friends could rally and they'd earn that as well, but second free throw by Hepker. That'll go down. He has 7 points today. Friends the other direction, a drive, and a foul will result as Rogers will get himself to the line. No games on Sunday, so that is the day off for the teams that survive into the Final Four. A little preparation time too. You win and advance, chances are you're playing the next day, and the further you go, the tougher it gets because the competition gets tighter and tighter as the first free throw by Rogers is no good. Even if you see an unseeded team or somebody that's at the bottom of the bracket, if you see them by the time it's Saturday, they're hot. Second free throw good. Saw that last year with Mayville State. They were not seeded. And won a game or two as a surprise, but by the time the quarterfinals rolled around, the magic kept going for them. They went all the way to the finals. And Mid-American Nazarene defeated them in the championship game. Hawkins gets a feed from Hepker and gets his 20th point of the game on another layup. 63-39. Congeser left of the lane. Fakes up and draws a bump from Andrew Crotty. Congeser with 11 points, 6'5" senior from Wichita, transfer from Missouri Western. First free throw is good. NCAA Division II. He's averaged 10.5 points, 6 boards per game this season for Friends. Second free throw, that's good.
Got nice form at the free throw line. He starts out with the elbow kind of sticking out, but then as he starts the shooting motion, brings the elbow in, has a great follow through right at the top of the rim.
Full court press applied. Hawkins gets a feed, now make it Hepker rather, and commits a charge going the other way. In that press break, he got behind the 3 defenders up front right away. Was flying the other direction in the 2-on-1, but commits the offensive foul.
He was doing 65 and a 55.
That's actually pretty rare. He's under control so much. You'd think he'd commit more charges than he does, but winds up not committing that many. That's passed down low. Congeser got open inside for a moment, then double team as the ball ripped out of his hands by Ben Swinger. Here's Hepker up ahead. You see a lot of really good point guards that are quick and really good ball handlers, and sometimes they have a tendency to get out of control. What makes Hepker great is that hardly ever happens. He can shift gears incredibly well. Throws up a lob and a tip in by Hawkins again.
That has to be at least his 10th assist of the night.
Yeah, because he had 7 at halftime, and he's got at least 3 in the second. Garvey out front. Congeser will back it up. Now Rowan will launch a 3 and miss that off the back of the rim. Hawkins another rebound. Hepker will slow it up as we're at 7:43 to go. 65-41. Top of the key, Hawkins. Now to Hepker, left wing. Adam Hepker. Top of the arc for Bell. Brandon Cameron tried to feed it down low, and a steal by Friends. Chad Dunn the other way to Garvey, left of the arc. Congeser guarded by Swinger down low, swoops it across the way. A 3 on the way by Dunn, no good. Rebound, Ben Swinger. Hepker pushes the other way. Finds Hawkins left baseline. Hawkins. Fade away in the lane, no. Rebound, Swinger gets the putback. He has 8.
Again, Ed, that's 4 baskets for Swinger, and none of them are farther than 2 feet away from the basket.
Timeout called by the Falcons with 6:49 remaining, and they trail 67-41. And just a good job of crashing the offensive glass by Mid-American Nazarene. That wasn't necessarily Swinger's rebound, but the aggressiveness on the boards. You had a couple of Pioneers going for it, and only one underneath for the Falcons, and Swinger got the ball tapped to him and wound up laying it in.
Barring a major comeback by Friends University, Mid-American Nazarene will play in round 2 this coming Friday at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time against the 15 seed Cedarville, Ohio, who beat Jamestown from North Dakota 83-59 earlier today. We will have 8 more games coming your way tomorrow to wrap up round 1. But it appears here in day 1 anyway, number 1 and number 2, Bellevue, Nebraska, and Mid-American Nazarene moving on to the second round.
Interesting, really, because when you started this tournament, it was hard to have any clue how things were going to go. Maybe not necessarily for the first day, but you look beyond the first round. This one as expected, as was Bellevue's contest earlier. But it's a wide open tournament. Mid-American Nazarene, the number 2 seed, they were number 1 for the first portion of the season and into January. And actually in the final NAIA national poll, they were sitting in number 1. Shot missed, but Friends gets an offensive rebound. Roan left side launches a 3 and knocks it down. That with a hand in his face. He now has 8. Here's Dunn with a steal, saves it back in bounds. Gets it back in the right corner, goes baseline, and scores an oil. First 2 of the game, another steal. Roan picks it off. Now Dunn again, kick out for Congeser. Left side, Roan a deep 3, fouled on the play by Tompkins.
He got hammered by Vince Tompkins.
What was that, about a 25-foot try? Friends trying to make one more surge to get back into this thing. And Roan goes to the foul line after a foul called on Tompkins. Will be his first. First of 3 free throws. Swishes in for Justin Roan. He's an 80% foul shooter. At the second to drop.
Roan's 6th leading scorer in school history at Friends University. First team all-conference performer this year. Team leader with 67 threes coming into this one. Has 2 trays tonight.
Number 3, that's good.
And Friends University, after not going to the free throw line in the first half, now 9 for 11 here in the second half.
Pioneers still with a commanding lead, 6 minutes to go. Falcons, though, have cut into this thing. This is a quick 8 points they've scored in less than a minute. Boots underneath for Swinger, and he walked. That'll give it back to Friends. 5:51 to go. Still trying to have a chance here down the stretch late. We're talking, though, about trying to find a definitive number one. Pioneers were that until about mid-January. Fell out of the number one spot with those losses that we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Then reestablished themselves at number one in the final national poll, but are not number one on the bracket after they lost in the conference semifinals at home to William Jewell. There's a three, again by Justin Roan. This is now an 11-point run from the Falcons. Now a near steal, but Hepker corrals it at midcourt. Underneath, there's a collision inside that'll result in a Friends foul and free throws for Andrew Crotty.
Justin Spear just could not put on the brakes. Picks up his first personal foul.
Morningside had a great unbeaten run in the NAIA Division II ranks, and they were the number one ranked team in the nation from mid-January until early February. They, I believe, were sitting at number 2 nationally in the last poll, but also dropped a notch when it came to seeding time thanks to their home loss in the Great Plains Athletic Conference semifinals tournament. Free throw missed, but an offensive rebound and a steal. Here's Chad Dunn the other way, scores on a layup. Something to cheer about here for the Falcons, and don't look now, it's a 13-point game. Hepker the other way, draws a bump foul from Friends.
Well, after being up by 26 at 67-41, all of a sudden a 13-0 run, making it 67-54. And Ed, I can't believe the pace that Friends University able to chip away at this deficit.
Hepker to the foul line. He got some substitutions waiting to come in.
As you said, 8 points in less than a minute.
And it didn't stop there.
No.
Free throw is good. I'll tell you what impresses me in this tournament every year is that it's tough to put teams away. Is at some point, coaching staffs either remind them or players just realize it themselves, this is it. Second free throw on the way, that swishes in. Hepker with 9, and there's a timeout called by Mid-American Nazarene with 5:03 to go. This thing not over yet. It's a 15-point game as the Falcons have scrapped their way at least to have a chance here in the final 5:03 of regulation. You've got some guys that might go on to play somewhere, Mike, an occasional once-in-a-blue-moon NBA player that does come through, but for the most part, you got a bunch of seniors on their team. This is the last significant game they will play in their lives, and I think that at some point when you're trailing, and maybe trailing by double digits in a game like this, that light goes on, and they just seem to find a way to pick their games up 2-3 notches and work their way back into games that otherwise in the regular season would be over.
Not necessarily panic mode, but boy, the adrenaline really kicks in as a senior when you do. You look up at the clock and realize, wow, that this might be it.
I think we're seeing that a little bit from Friends. We realize this is not the way you want to go out. And my goodness, they have come on like gangbusters in this last really minute and a half.
And again, they've never won a game in this tournament, eliminated in the first round in both 2005 and 2007. The 2007 loss last year to Warner Pacific out of Oregon by the final of 82-75, losing that one by just 7 points.
Yeah, and that was a good game, too. It was closer than that. And Warner Pacific hit free throws late to win that game. Pass middle of the lane, went really nowhere, and the Pioneers intercept.
That's a big turnover by Friends.
It was. Coming out of the timeout, too. That's got to sting. Hepker's going to hold the ball a little bit. And the Pioneers had the floor spread as Tompkins finds Hawkins. He'll go to his left, find a cutting Hepker, who scores on a layup.
Well, there's your double-double. 11 points, probably 11 assists to match, if not a couple more.
Maybe more. Friends back the other way. Roan spins, lost the handle. It's off his leg. Pioneers get it back.
I love the no media timeouts. I love the fact that they play at this level, but could we add stat view maybe? Can we put that in the request?
You've got a wireless laptop, you've got it.
That's true.
Because they do keep it may have some folks at home that can pull up that window, so they'd know more than us. Back the other way, here's Hawkins on a feed from Hepker. And his fade away gets the roll up the back of the rim. Hawkins with 24. And a timeout called by Friends, I think, as Dale Faber talks to one of the officials. It is going to be a timeout for the Falcons. Their next to last one.
He's close to getting a technical foul.
Not what you know exactly what he is hot about. Because I'm not sure I exactly saw what got under his skin there. Not saying there wasn't anything to fire him up. Just kind of curious as to what that might have been. But there is a timeout with 3:57 to go. The Pioneers leading 73-54. And again, Friends down to their final timeout. They'll got one more to burn inside the final, just under 4 minutes to go. Pioneers trying to defend their national title, and if you're wondering the last team to have done that, it's now been a while. I think Bethel, who's been the last, I think they were the last team to do it. Bethel, Indiana, who's had a little absence from this tournament and are back in it this year. You got to go back to them in 97 and 98.
Good call.
Northwestern won it twice in 3 years. And we're in 3 straight Final Fours in 01, 02, and 03. But not back-to-back titles. Look for the backdoor cutter. That pass denied and stolen away by Mid-American Nazarene. And a foul will send Adam Hepker back to the free throw line.
4th personal foul on Justin Roan. Both teams in the double bonus.
So it's been a decade since teams have won back-to-backs. Pioneers will look to try to make that type of run as Hepker drains the first free throw. If you talk to their players, I would bet as they close in on advancing to the second round, they will tell you they're not thinking about that at all. Their immediate thoughts are going to go to this round 2 and what they've got to do to win that. Next free throw by Hepker is good. This conference, or this tournament championship's hard enough to win once in a row, let alone twice. Bethel, by the way, won that thing 3 times in 4 years in the late 90s.
They do play a little basketball in the state of Indiana.
They do. Those teams out of that conference, the Mid-Central, excellent. There's a 3-point goal, good by Matt Muncy.
He's a 53% shooter from beyond the arc.
That's his first 3 tonight, though. There's a collision in midcourt and a blocking foul on Friends. Second one on Dante Rogers, who was slow to get up. But it sends Hepker back to the free throw line.
See, I thought the winner of this game was going to get Thursday off, but we're 8 minutes away from getting into Thursday.
Yeah, so technically, that may not happen. Because it may take 10 minutes to play the last 3:10 of regulation of this. Hepker drains the first free throw. How many free throws has he shot now tonight?
A ton.
Tyler Thompson back in for the Falcons.
As a team, Mid-American Nazarene 15 for 23 from the stripe tonight.
Second one's good.
Hepker had 3 points at halftime, now 12 in the second half.
All 3 of those in the first half were from the foul line by Hepker, too. Thompson, pull-up jumper in the baseline, no good from 15. Tompkins, the rebound for the Pioneers. Under 3 minutes to go. Hepker's made 12 free throws in this game. Don't know how many he's attempted. As a tip won't go for the Pioneers. Back come the Falcons the other way. Down by 20. 3-pointer by Roan, no good. Battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. They point to 2 guys. Let's say it's last touch by Mid-America.
Back in for the Falcons, Justin Spear. Giving a break to Dante Rogers.
Falcons with it, Roan between the circles. The Spear left wing. They'll dump it to the baseline. Garvey trying to get inside. Draws a foul. Tompkins' his second foul. Both teams in the double bonus. So Garvey will have 2 free throws. Senior from Derby, Kansas. 8 points today. Front end is no good. Cedarville awaits the winner. They had a big second half today in their win over Jamestown, North Dakota, 83-59. Pulled away late in the first half to go up 10 at the break. Second free throw is good. He has 9. Then they outscored Jamestown 45-31 in the second half to pull away to win big. Hepker out front, Austin Boots. Back to Hepker. Pioneers spread the floor. They'll try to work as much shot clock as they can. Bell finds Hawkins right in the middle of the lane. Pass goes wide, and then there's a foul on Boots trying to knock the ball away. Second foul on Boots. More free throws for Friends. Justin Spears shooting, and at the line for the first time today, and actually looking for his first points. And there it is.
Best free throw shooter on the team at 88%.
One more for Spear.
15 for 17, and make it now 17 for 19 as he knocked both of those down.
77-60. Under 2 minutes to go now in the game. Looked to jump trap Hepker, but he passed his way out of it. Now gets it back right of the arc. And he'll back up. Boots right sideline. It's hacked on the arm by Spear. Austin Boots will be the free throw shooter. Kind of in a quiet way, the Pioneers have 4 guys in double figures. And you got Swinger hanging back with 8 points and close to that mark too. Boots with 11. His first free throw is good. Andrew Crotty comes back into the game for Mid-America Nazarene. Second free throw, that's good. Tompkins back in. Boots will take a break with 13 points. His team leading 79-60.
Yeah, this is great. We're almost at midnight. There's still I don't know, 300 or 400 more people at least still in the gym. I love it.
You know, this late game usually draws at least one West Coast team that can't bring a lot of fans here. And the late games in this tournament this year are going to have some people at them. Deep three left side, knocked down by Garvey, who gets to 12 points, and a timeout called by Friends, their last one with 1:15 remaining as they trail 79-63. That timeout may take us past the midnight hour.
Well, not on the midnight train to Georgia, but
well, the late game tomorrow has Evangel
right
in it, another Heart of America Conference team. For those that don't know, I'm sure folks in Wichita and Mid-America Nazarene fans certainly know where Springfield, Missouri is on the map. But that's right in the neighborhood, 30 miles to the north of here. So at the other local team in addition to the host team, and they've got the late game tomorrow. So that'll figure to be a pretty good crowd for the 9:15 scheduled at 9:15, more likely 9:30 at best.
And again, Ed, because of the significance of the Heart of America going NAIA Division I next school year, Evangel's last appearance here at C of O. So that will draw the crowd, I think, even more. this year to know that it's their last time this close to Springfield. Not that Kansas City's a long drive, it isn't.
It could. There are some concerns that the 9:15 may have hurt the crowd a little bit for tomorrow, but we will see.
I don't think so.
School's in session back, and that's something that hasn't happened the last 2 years. And that the classes are in session in the Evangel campus. They've been in spring break this time of year in years past. So could have a lot of students here tomorrow night. Pioneers the other way. You got a lot of new players in on the floor. One of them, Brandon Sharp, finds an open man. And now here is Dutch Thomas, who's fouled. And he'll get a chance to break into the scoring column with under a minute to go. Matt Garvey commits his third foul.
Dutch Thomas goes to the free throw line for the first time this year, appearing in his 9th game.
That is right. Has scored this season. And his first free throw is good.
Look at the assistant coaches over there. They're loving it. They are absolutely loving the fact that he hit that free throw.
Continue to bring in some new faces. Brandon Sharp, as we mentioned, in. So is Bryce Carr, Bryant Hall, and Jonathan Nitker. Friends will empty their bench as well. Justin Rowan, their final conference performer, comes out. So does the senior Justin Spear and Matt Garvey. A valiant push by Friends, Mike. When it appeared they were on the verge of getting blown out, made a nice run at the 6-minute mark to have a chance.
Trailed by 26 at one time and got it to within, what, about 16.
Down low, here is Chris Moore. Over to Hudspeth. Todd Call gets inside the lane and gets a foul drawn against him, and he'll get to the foul line. And guess what? His first tries of the year coming here.
Right. It was a 67-41 lead at one time for Mid-America Nazarene, up by 26. Before that 13-0 run by Friends cut it to 67-54, and that's as close as the Falcons would get here in the second half.
Free throw rattles in by Todd Call. It's actually his first point of the season in his 7th appearance in a game this year. Chris Moore, another senior, comes out. Friends is about to end their season in 19-12. A great run by them, not just in that 6-minute mark to get a little closer, but a great run to the end of their season. Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference Tournament champions, winners of 6 in a row to get here. And they'll finish the year 19-12 as Brandon Sharp will get to the foul line on a Friends foul with 30 seconds to go. Ryan Watterson called for that.
And a happy Thursday to you and yours here in the Central Time Zone.
Eve hit midnight. Free throw rattles in and out and back in for Sharp. Freshman from Grinnell, Iowa. Next free throw, that's good. He hits both of them. It's 82-64. Shot clocks are off. Friends the other way. Inside, Tim Ellis missing his shot, got his own miss, put back is up and in. 15 seconds to go. Pioneers look to bring it over the midcourt line. Dutch Thomas does. Double teamed in the backcourt, looking for help. Finds it. Bryce Carr will back up and look to try to run out the clock. And there it is, the defending NAIA Division II national champs advance into round 2 with an 82-66 win over Friends. A quick look at your leading scores for the Falcons, who win their season today, led by Justin Roan, who had 14 points, Drew Congieser with 13, and Matt Garvey 12. Danny Hawkins with 24 in this game. Adam Hepker with 15, including 12 in the second half. Brenton Bell and Austin Boots in double figures as well. Bell 15, Boots 13. And Mike, the Pioneers, impressive today, really came out sharp.
As we said, that the loss at the late late in the year isn't necessarily a bad thing. Really refocused the ball club after the loss to William Jewell, and I thought